The Justice League are fighting against Godzilla, King Kong, and other monsters from the mythical Skull Island in The Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. King Kong. The Flash and Green Lantern are talking on the Watchtower as they watch Superman save the planet. They notice him trying what seems like a little extra harder than usual to save the entire planet at once. So they have a conversation about no matter how hard you try, even for someone like the Flash, the fastest man alive, there's never enough time to save everybody, so they do everything they can without burning themselves out too much. Green Lantern asks Flash why Superman is going so hard right now. Then Supergirl steps in to explain that he's finally about to ask Lois to marry him, and that after she says yes, they'll be on vacation. Superman, no Clark's, first vacation ever. As they're talking, they notice Superman is about to fight Titano, who has the ability to shoot kryptonite from his eyes, so they go down to assist him, only to find Superman had already subdued Titano by himself. The Flash and Green Lantern decide to tag along with Superman to take the giant monkey to Stryker's Island, and on the way they talk about the big step Superman is about to take. As they arrive, Diana is already there waiting for them to congratulate Superman on his upcoming proposal. Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom are trying to make a plan to get rid of the League once and for all, when Lex Luthor appears and proposes that he has a plan that will finally work. The Legion flies off in a ship to learn that Lex has finally found the location of Superman's Fortress of Solitude. Black Manta disables Killix, and then they pull the doors open and go to Superman's armory full of artifacts. Lex then reveals his plan to steal the Mother Box and trap the League inside the Phantom Zone. But as they're trying to get the box ready, Toyman steals one of the artifacts and sets off Superman's ultra-high-frequency alarms. We are then shown that Superman at the time was talking to Bruce Wayne, who was congratulating, but also warning him of keeping Lois so close at all times, before he hears the alarm go off and goes to leave. But he is interrupted by a transmission from Supergirl, who says that she'll handle it so that he can do his thing. The League shows up to the fortress and the fight begins. Things seem to be back and forth, with it leaning slightly towards the League's way, until Toyman tries to throw a bomb at Hawkgirl and she deflects it with her mace and causes it to set off the Mother Box. Green Lantern then forms a shield. Then Flash grabs Diana and him and Supergirl rush in right before the explosion. Once the dust is cleared, everyone is fine, but the Legion of Doom has disappeared. Meanwhile, we see Clark getting Lois out of work to get ready for vacation, but he takes her to the roof of the planet first to show off a dinner he had ready for them. Then, we see the Legion of Doom has ended up on a mysterious island. They begin to argue but are interrupted by a monster, who is quickly smashed by a new, unknown challenger, King Kong. Grodd stays behind to try to make contact with this new ape god, and the rest of the Legion run into a nearby command center where they see footage of all the creatures on Skull Island. Toyman then makes a comment about how they would be the perfect toys to defeat the League, but Lex dismisses, belittles him, and walks away after saying he's getting Grodd to form a real plan. Then, Toyman says the words "I wish" and the pendant glows. Cut back to Clark and Lois enjoying dinner on the rooftop. After some heartfelt talking, Clark gets on one knee, about to pop the question he's been waiting to ask Lois all day, until he hears a rumble coming from the ocean. He looks over to see Godzilla emerging from the water at the shores of Metropolis. Clark quickly strips down to his suit and flies off at him, as him and Lois say that they love each other. Before we see if Superman can take on Godzilla, if you made it this far, leave a like and a sub to help us reach our 1,000 subscriber goal. Back to the video. Superman tries to talk to Godzilla at first, but Godzilla says he doesn't speak bitch made, so Superman punches the gigantic monster, who returns the favor by giving him the Dragon Ball Z experience and knocking him through a few buildings. The Flash shows up and alerts Supes that the rest of the team is on the way. It is then revealed that monsters from Skull Island are attacking multiple important areas of the Earth at the same time, so the team decides to split up. Meanwhile, the Bat family were already getting prepared to fight Kamazats, with Cyborg and Black Canary on the way. Then, we go back to the Legion of Doom, the ones who didn't get teleported by the stone at least, and they revealed that the artifact Toyman stole was the Dream Stone and could alter reality to grant wishes. We start to see the League joining up, with Hawkgirl finally reaching Superman to help with Godzilla. Then we cut back to the Bat family, who's all trying to find a way to hurt Kamazats. As Cyborg is scanning for weaknesses, Jason Todd disobeys Batman after lining up a clean shot on the giant bat and shoots him in the eye, causing the bat to shoot another sonic blast in Jason's direction. As the building Jason was on starts collapsing over innocent civilians below, Canary shows up to lend a hand. Jason and Nightwing get into an argument, causing Batgirl to knock Jason out cold, and the team then uses parts from one of the Batwings to build a sonic amplifier to use the Beast's own powers as its weakness. They fly a batwing at the monster and shoot it with a rocket to get it to retaliate. When it opens its mouth to launch another blast, Canary screams in the sonic amplifier and disables the beast, giving Batman a badass walk-off scene. Back to Superman and Hawkgirl, who seem to be having a hard time with Godzilla. After getting on his nerves, the beast swats Hawkgirl like a fly, and as she's falling, she's caught by Shazam, who came to help. Godzilla charges up a beam blast and fires it at the heroes, but Superman counters it, causing a beam clash. Shazam notices Supes isn't spinning his analog fast enough, so he goes Shazam on Godzilla's forehead and falls off in his human form, causing Superman to have to catch him. As Superman scolds Billy to turn back, Godzilla fires another blast, hitting the two directly. Superman manages to protect Billy from the blast, but it seems our Boy Scout may be incapacitated. Will Superman be able to stop Godzilla from destroying his city? Will the rest of the League be able to save theirs? Like and sub to find out, and until next time, I've been the Popular Introvert.